Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 with another video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Constructicon Scrapper. So let's take a quick look at the box. So here we got that front of the vehicle mode, there we got his mugshot, all of our logos, wrap around of that art there, get shot of Devastator there on the side, legal jargon, more logos, and then our product shots. Get our screen cap from the movie and our little bio. And 1 of 5 for some reason, even though there's 6. Because, yeah, 1 of 5, or who knows why. Anywho, that's it for the box. And of course we do get our lovely instructions. So there's that. And here we have the figure itself. And for the most part he's done up in that sort of pale lime green that the Constructicons are known for. Do have some purple paint for the windows there. And the main core of his body is done in a deep purple. A nice reflective Decepticon silver there, and some silver paint on the chest with a little bit of detailing, a little bit of red, and some silver and black for the head along with that red visor. I actually really do like his head design. You know, these guys coming out, I've been learning more about the Constructicons. I keep wanting to say Decepticons, which technically is correct, but I did not know Scrapper was the leader of the team. So you learn something new every day. But we'll do a quick little rundown of articulation here. The head is on a bit of a ball joint. You get more up and down than you get side to side, but it is there. And you can get a full 360 there. The arms can come that far up. You can get a full 360 rotation. There is a little tab here, so be aware that it might kind of hook into place. There's actually one on the back side too. Now you get a elbow or a bicep swivel. You get a 90-degree elbow, and you do get some movement in at the wrist for transformation. So there is that if you want it. No waist swivel, but I'm sure everyone's already aware that that's because of the ankle pivot for Devastator that he gets there, and we'll go over that in a bit. Legs can go that far forward. There's a soft collide here, there's sort of a foop to that last little bit. Can go that far back. Do get thigh rotation. Do get 90 degrees at the knee, and the foot gets plenty of ankle as well as some forward up movement. So that's pretty neat. So yeah, I definitely can get some good poses out of this. And I've heard some mixed feelings about the whole ankle tilt for Devastator. Not like anyone's upset that it's there, but they feel it takes away from his posability in this mode. Which honestly I think I have to disagree with after messing around with him. Yeah, it kind of sucks that he doesn't have a waist pivot, but this actually gives him quite a bit of expression if you really want, because let's see, if you rotate his arms up like this and bring this scoop down, you can have him doing a cartwheel. Yeah. You can have him doing the C for the YMCA. Yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of goofy poses you can get in here. You can even make him dab if you really want to be cringy about it. So yeah, I think there's plenty of interesting poses you can get out of this. I'm quite content with it, and it makes me all the more excited to see the whole Devastator combination. We should be getting that Commander 2-pack within, I think, the next couple months, so hooray for that. But yeah, personally, I like to keep the bucket folded up like this, or like right up like that, just to keep it somewhat flush to his back, but that's just me. We do need to go over his accessories. He does come with his blaster, which you can put into his hand and take some shots at the Autobots there. And it is blast compatible, so you get your Daka Daka action going on there. And this can also store, there's a little peg here, right there. And there's a little hole in the gun, so you can stick that on there whichever way you want. Give him like a little shoulder artillery if you really wanted to. So there is that. And I'm sure many people already know that he does come with another big gun for Devastator. And what I've done with that is given it to Bone Crusher as like some sort of heavy artillery piece. But if you wiggle this out of his hands, as the gun flies apart. So there is a little slot here, and there's a little nub of a tab right there. I don't know how well that's going to come up here, but it does keep it locked in place. So, but you can have him hold it if you want. For some reason, the hands have different like strength for gripping the, because like this one tends to fall out sometimes, but it's like super secure in this hand, and this one is secure in this hand. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, you can have him dual wield these big cannons if you want, or you can take this and there's a little peg and a hole, and you can get them. Oop. Yep, see, not the most secure for some reason. I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue with the actual final Devastator combination. I'm sure it won't, but you can get a sort of double-barreled super blaster there if you want. But yeah, anywho, there is that. And since we already showed them, we'll give a quick size comparison along with Bone Crusher. So you can sort of see the Deluxe versus the Voyager of the first wave. Get those knees locked back into place so you stand straight. So yeah, this guy definitely looks more chunky, but this guy does have a little bit more engineering put in. And again, I think this really needs to be looked at as the whole of Devastator, not the individual pieces price-wise, because I can't really imagine anyone's buying them for one specific part of the team. I think everybody who's going to be getting this is really more interested in the final combined product, as it were. But yeah. Here we have him with New Age Romulus, so sort of G1 Megatron. Might be a little bit too big actually for scaling purposes, but yeah, it's whatever. And here we have him with 86 Commander Prime. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I think that's about it for the robot mode. So we'll go ahead and move on to transformation here. And his transformation isn't terribly complicated, but it is somewhat engaging, and I do think it's fun. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just sort of extend this bucket up, and then we're going to come here and open his chest panel, like so. Then we can just fold his head straight down, like so, and then close the chest back up again. Then, using these two tabs here in the shoulder and these two slots in the arm, just going to sort of secure those arms in place. Make sure it's tabbed all the way in. And then we're going to rotate these elbows backwards. And then fold in this hand, and then this little tab on the end is going to go in here like that. So, it actually probably should have done this part before the shoulder, but yeah, you just fold this up, fold that hand in, bring that little tab in, and then just re-secure that shoulder. I'm going to twist this sort of cab area 180. Then I'm going to bring those feet down and separate the shin from the calf, like so. And I like this part of the transformation. But yeah, you can go ahead and put these together, and you're just going to bring this all the way around up like so, and push that into place. And then the feet, you're going to bring them all the way back, and these tabs here and here are going to go into these slots here on the feet. So just lock those in, and then bring this all the way up. And there's a tab here, slot here on both sides. Bring those together, nice and secure. And then for the bucket, there are tabs here going to the armature, and then this piece here is going to come down and hook over that purple piece like so. And then you can just bring the whole bucket down, and that kind of has a bit of a soft lock here, but doesn't tab in all the way here. But there we have his bulldozer payloader, I believe is what some people have called it. But it's a thing that moves dirt too. There's that. There is that. Also, I'm just now realizing, let me grab that box again, that the box shows a symbol in the bucket and there isn't one on the toy. Wonder... Huh, okay, yeah, it's not there on the picture of the toy, so... Just happened to notice that. But yeah, we'll do another quick size comparison here. Okay, here he is again with Bone Crusher. And for a little variety, here's with the Minor Megatron, who is being all weird and lopsided. Yeah, whatever. But so there's that. And as far as the weapon storage in this mode, there is a little tab here on the pistol that can go into any of these 4 slots back here. I personally like to put it in the slots that are a little further back, like this. And then as for the big gun, it also has a tab right here that can go in here like so. So if you want to get them both on, you can store it, see, like this. So there's that. Or you can, again, use this little thing on the scoop if you really want. I kind of wish there was a circular port somewhere. And it doesn't seem like any of these ones really work here on the side. But yeah, the instructions just says for this one, so there is that if you want it. So yeah, you at least have some weapon storage in vehicle mode. But yeah, overall, I am digging these Constructicons so far. Really happy to be getting a Devastator in my collection after all this time. Very excited for the final product. I'm hoping to be able to get the aerial bots starting soon too. I haven't been able to get my hands on those yet. Probably gonna have to just order them online. I usually just pre-order things, but I usually pre-order through Entertainment Earth, and for some reason their pre-orders are coming in really slow, and they also just raise their prices for the tariff stuff, so I'm looking at other options where I can, because yeah, this is only getting more expensive as it goes. But yeah, very happy with this figure. I found this guy at a Walmart today. I made a little post about it, but they had the full Studio Series Voyager wave, but I could only afford to get one, and this is the only one I haven't been seeing readily available online, so I decided he is the one I should get right away. And I like him. I do like him. If I were to give him a general rating, I think an 8 out of 10 would probably be a good one. There are some compromises with this figure, but again, I think that is in service to the final Combiner product. And honestly, I really have enjoyed messing around with this guy as I drop him. And I gotta say that ankle tilt does make some for some very fun poses in robot mode. Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and show what I do believe is going to be the foot mode. Yeah, if you lift this up and just kind of fold this in, you can move this up and soft lock that like so. And you want to make sure that that's still tabbed on. And then you take the arms out, and I believe this is why they have the tabs on both sides of the arm, because if you rotate them and then lock them back in, lock it back in, you get your sort of heel like so. And I'm not completely sure, but I think the way the leg is gonna work is let's see if I can. There is, yeah, come on, wiggle apart. These big holes here that they seem like they're combination ports possibly, and I feel like that would probably be the most solid place to put them, is right between there. So that's my guess of how he's going to connect to the larger robot, but we'll have to wait and see. But you know, this is pretty straightforward as far as what is probably going to be the foot. And yeah, you get your ankle tilt. So yeah, overall, very excited and very happy with this figure. Can't wait to get the rest. But yeah, I think that's probably a good place to wrap up here. So this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.